What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Forza Motorsport 7 and the race car build series. My vehicle today is the Holden Monaro GTS 327. It has 994 horsepower now, weighs 2,841 pounds, has 783 pound-foot of torque. I decided to put the 5.9 litre V8 racing engine in this car, and it is still rear-wheel drive. Now, I'm actually going to be keeping these cars with their standard drivetrain no matter what. I said at the start of the series, if they couldn't get to the top of S-Class, I would change the drivetrain. However, I'm actually not going to do that. This car's only got up to 783 PI, but I'm still going to keep it rear-wheel drive. So anyway, let's see how the Holden will do around our track. Alright, so here we are at the Road America West Route alternate layout to see how quick the Holden Monaro will go. Now, this thing has more power and is lighter than the Kia we had out last time. However, I'm a bit worried about how this thing's going to drive. It could be crazy. Now, the Kia we did have last time was actually a pretty crazy car to drive. I had to concentrate quite a lot to get the car driving. So, you know, driving well. And this is crazier. The fact that we've got more power, less weight, but we're down on PI, that just shows you that this car's probably going to be a bit of a handful. Straight away, it's not seeming to be really oversteery, like, apart from, that bit there is. Not the Kia was pretty damn oversteery through most of the track. This actually seems to have a bit of understeer, which is kind of different. It's a little bit different, something different to deal with. However, we do still have to be careful. You know, this thing does have almost 1,000 horsepower, so we've got to be careful on the power, or else it's going to do crazy stuff like that. Gearing seems a little bit odd right now. Okay, this car does have a lot of understeer. That is something I will be honest I was not expecting. I wasn't expecting to have really any understeer in this car. That is definitely something I wasn't expecting. Let's just try and get around this first lap. We have, as you can see, we have 5 laps. To see how quick we can go, I'll tell you the time of the Kia after we finish this. Because honestly, I don't really know what it is at the moment. I've got it on a piece of paper next to me. Don't really want to look down to see it though, because that's just gonna bugger us up. Alright, here we are, onto our first flying lap. Ooh, trying to get stopped for here. Very, very scary. Very scary indeed. The understeer is quite ridiculous. We have the oversteer, but the oversteer is actually not as bad as what we had in the Kia, surprisingly. It's the understeer that's really buggering us up a bit. Let's make sure we get on the brakes nice and early. That's actually pretty decent on the brakes through there. I'm just trying to fight the understeer, but also the oversteer. It's kind of a strange thing to do, especially with a car like this. You know, I really was not expecting there to be so much understeer. I mean, as soon as I get on the power, it tries to slide. But just trying to coast around the corners. Really quite bad understeer, which is definitely not what I was expecting. Let's get stopped a bit better for this corner this time. That was better, still not great. We gotta fight that through there. Really getting it up in the rev range through that bit. Changing the gears. This car's a little nicer to change the gears with. I may have left that a bit late. No, we've actually got that pretty damn well. That's good. That is good. This is definitely a different car to drive than the Kia. You may remember I had a lot of problems trying to concentrate and commentate at the same time as racing with the Kia. That's not as big of an issue with this. I can commentate a little bit easier. What is that, a 130.5? I'm pretty sure we were in the 120s with the Kia, so we're not there yet. Oh, okay, we've gone too wide there, yep. We have gone too wide. That's this lap ruined. I'm not sure, but I think it was about a 126. Now this car, like I said, it's 17 PI down on the Kia. I couldn't get this to the top of S-Class. We are just a little bit down. So I suppose you wouldn't really expect this to beat the Kia. But like I said, it has more power and less weight. Now the reason why the PI is down is probably because, you know, the game doesn't think that the car can really handle the power and the weight, especially not in the same way that the Kia can. So that's why it's got a lower PI. I mean, if we can drive it well, it can probably go quicker than the Kia, maybe, but you know, it's trying to get that good run out of it that's the real issue. And yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's actually easier to drive than the Kia, I think. It's just a bit different. It's just a little bit different than the Kia. We're not really changing gear too much with this car, actually. With the Kia, we were changing gear quite a lot. This car has quite long gears, quite long gear ratios. So we're only really getting up to third gear and then just having to change it down to second for most of the corners, and that's about it. Ooh, that was a bit much there. Alright, we're going on to lap number 4, our second to last lap. Let's see if we can at least get under the 130s, that would be good. Let's be good out of there. Better than last time because we didn't hit the tyres at the edge. Going up to 4th, this is pretty much the fastest part of the track, I think. And we can probably keep it in 4th. We don't need to really go up to 5th there. Get it stopped. Actually pretty good there. Try and get onto the power as soon as I can. Don't want to waste too much time, but also don't want to waste time with the wheel spin either. So, you know, you've really got to get a good balance there. Heading around this bit, this is the bit where the car does want to slide a little bit terrifying. Let's get it nicely through there, there we go. It's the corners like that that are really quite terrifying. Getting it stopped for this bit, we've got that quite a bit better that time. We're over all the way up to the top of second gear through there. And then we head down here. Oh, okay. This is quite a demanding circuit. Pretty demanding cars that we're driving in this series, and the circuit is pretty demanding as well. So, you know, it's a nice, it's definitely a cool series. I'm enjoying this. This is probably one of the best race car build series I've done. A little bit of a different track. All round, I think it's just pretty good. Okay, we've got a 129.3. We've come in there really hot. Oh, we've probably I think we've just buggered that up. We just buggered that run up. I don't think we were going to do much better though. I mean, that run was a pretty decent lap, that one. I don't really know if we were going to go any faster anyway. We have lost time there, so I really don't think... Oh, we've got a bit of a two-wheeled moment. Bloody hell. We had a two-wheel moment going through there. We've actually carried pretty damn good speed into there. That's pretty good. We are 3/10 down, almost 4/10 down actually. So unless we can pull something out of the bag through the rest of this lap, I don't think we're going to be beating our time. This is a strange car to drive, you know. It's got that weird balance between understeer and oversteer that I don't know if I really like. It's just a bit of a strange one. It really is. We actually kept it in second through there. Got stopped a bit better, perhaps. I think the long gear ratios help it, but it's also a bit strange because of it, you know. It's compared to that Kia, which from what I remember had pretty short gears. It is a bit different. It definitely is a bit different. Alright, we're coming around the final corner here for the final time. I don't think we're going to be beating it now. We're 8/10 down now. We're definitely not going to be beating our time. This hasn't been a very good final run. Let's just throw it towards the line. A 129.316 is going to be our time. And actually, the Kia didn't go as quick as I thought. I've just looked at the Kia's time. It actually didn't go as quick as I thought. So let's look at the leaderboard right now. Only 2 cars on the leaderboard. The Holden Monaro actually goes in first place with a 129.316. Beats the Kia by 0.3 of a second. I thought the Kia was in like the 126s. No, it did a 129.653. So the Monaro actually was pretty good. You know, I think even though it's down on PI, it has more power, it has less weight. And weirdly, it's actually easier to drive than the Kia. So, yeah, a car with less PI actually goes quicker. I think that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.